and at the end, even if he doesn't have a date stamp, because I suspect this was done at the airport, because it seems like it's Richards Bay Airport. Maybe they didn't have a date stamp, but they should have had their name. And if you look at this whole affidavit, there is a common thread. This Mtiani signed every page, the deponent. He put Mtiani on every page, which there is nothing wrong with that, but the only problem is the commission of oath. This is not proper commissioning.
Madam Baloyi Mary, this is how it was, what it is. It is what it is.
Sorry, Madam Chair.
Sorry about it. Yeah, I'll have then to repeat. I say, as one looks at this document, it appears as though there's a missing page, because it's written right up to the bottom. And if there is no other lines for one to write, one would then have to turn over. I'm just talking about possibilities. What we have here, it's a document that we can just say it's a declaration. That does not show to have been attested. So I'm saying, is it not possible? You know, at times when you copy documents, you do this and that, you find that some page or two go missing. And the appropriate thing would be to go back and check as to whether is there no such possibility.
Madam Chair, if I could, I don't know if I'm going to help or make it worse, but our version does have the commissioner certificate, which we got from the evidence leader. For some reason, when they copied theirs, they missed that page.
Saying, it means we must get that page. I don't have it. We don't have it. So please, let's have a copy of that document so that the record is complete.
I'll see to it that it is accessed.
You would know, legally speaking, why we're inquiring about that the commissioning of that statement.
Indeed, Madam
So
Chair.
it is important to have that last document. Thank you. Advocate Nkabinde.
Let us go back to the body of the affidavit, Advocate Batohi. You were dealing with paragraph 149, and you were done dealing with it. Leap over to 150.
So given the contents of the four statements that have just been referred to, in his replying affidavit, Boyson invited Advocate Jiba to file a further affidavit to explain how she could have taken into account information on oath that objectively did not exist at the time of taking the decision. You recall that there's one unsigned statement and there's one statement that is signed 2 weeks after the certificates are authorized. Advocate Jiba did not file a further affidavit. However, Advocate Chauke did provide Advocate Hodes SC with a memorandum setting out a response to Boyson's replying affidavit. And a copy of the memorandum is attached, SB2.
Go to SB2, Advocate Batohi, on page 111, the bolded ones.
And reference is made to SB2 in paragraph 150 of Advocate Batohi's affidavit.
Yes, Madam Chair. Are you on page 111?
Yes, I am.
And SB2 is at which page?
SB2 111. It's an internal memorandum. It was directed to Lawrence Holders SC from the Katomana prosecution team, Director of Public Prosecutions, South Gauteng High Court, Johannesburg. Can you confirm that?
That is correct.
And the date is 15 August 2013.
That is so.
Now, are you in a position to explain where this memorandum emanated, where it comes from? Because you're saying it comes from Advocate Chauke, but we see here it's the Katomana prosecution team. And the Director of Public Prosecution, South Gauteng High Court.
Yes. We have to refer to another document. Which is, Chairperson, I'm trying to make sure that there's no confusion. And it's not clear in my affidavit, it's not set out, but there is another document in another bundle that refers to this. It's Jiba's answering affidavit in the GCB proceedings that one needs to look at.
But for the moment, let's park that. Go to page 131 of the same document.
Of which document?
SB2. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. My
Limit
apologies.
STs. If it is SB2 111, let it be.
Go to SB2 131.
Yes, I'm there.
It says there, kind regards, Katomana prosecution team,
That is so.
Director of Public Prosecutions,
Yes. it is.
Johannesburg.
Yes, that is so.
Is that of any significance? If you see on page 111, SB2, where it comes from, and kind
Yes.
regards, Katomana prosecution team, Director of Public Prosecution. Is there anything of significance?
Well, it's clear that the team was working under the authority of the DPP Johannesburg.
Let's proceed then. Proceed to the next paragraph, 151.
So the judge in this review application, Govan J., in his judgment was critical of Jiba, and there's a reference to a footnote there. Apart from the passage quoted from her affidavit above, Govan J. noted that Jiba did not otherwise contest Boyson's version that none of the statements in the docket implicated him. The learned judge concluded that, and I quote, the impugned decisions were arbitrary, offend the principle of legality, and therefore the rule of law, and were unconstitutional. Since there was no material which was considered by Jiba on which to rationally authorize a prosecution of Boyson, the just and equitable consequence was to review the impugned decisions and set them aside. And that was where the review, so these decisions were set aside by the Govan judgment. Jiba's authorization to issue the racketeering certificate.
Sorry, maybe before you you continue, for completeness, can we get the date on which the racketeering certificates were issued or signed? Because there is a contention that one of the affidavit was signed after the certificates, but I seem to remember the date of the signing of the racketeering certificates.
May I help in that regard, Madam Baloyi Mary? If you go back to paragraph 144, Advocate Batohi,
Page 60.
says, yes, 17 August. Is that the date on which Jiba signed the racketeering certificates?
Yes, that's correct. 17 August 2012.
Continue to 152.
Advocate Sean Abrahams was appointed the National Director on 18 June 2015, and he issued fresh racketeering certificates for the prosecution of Boyson and members of the Serious and Violent Crimes Unit on 13 February 2016.
Proceed.
Pardon, before you proceed, Council, the memorandum SB 2111, that page is from the Katomena Prosecution Team, Director of Public Prosecution, South Gauteng High Court. Does it suggest, just by its mere mention of Director of Public Prosecution, South Gauteng High Court, Johannesburg, does it suggest that it was from Advocate Chauke, or should we infer that it was from him? Because I don't see any signature of Advocate Chauke here, or his name, or should we infer that it is him who wrote the memo?
It can be inferred because there's no signature. For now, let it be inferred.
Is it the case that
May I take instructions? May I confer? Because
you may just take instructions? You can confer with Council.